Uganda has the highest number of level 3 coaches in the whole of East Africa. And in a way, we want to develop capacity. We are looking at, as a coaches commission, also as part of my work as a director, is to create a pool of coaches who are instructors, and that's the direction we want to go. Nason is a level 3 FIVB coach. He is going to be the senior advisor, also a consultant for the team. He will be allowed to sit on the bench, and he will be very active in the team's activities, on training and even during matches. And that is allowed with volleyball. So, like I said, Sheila is qualified, very qualified. If you read her profile, and she played for the national team. And we are happy that she took up the challenge of coaching, and she's been successful at it as well. And we hope that this event will help her and all of us and the country at large to be able to have many coaches who can be very productive for us. We've had a very inactive coaches commission over the years, and those are some of the things we want to change, and it started now.
The question pertaining to the captain, actually just for clarification purposes, the last event that we took part in as the national team, George Aporu was the team captain and not Otim Dickens, and Daudi was his assistant, which is why we've actually kept them on. Since that was their first trip as captain of the team and assistant, we wanted them to run with the team at the moment and see how we can help them grow in the role. Yeah.
Maybe just to clarify, there's an event where a team didn't take part in, and so there was that change, and then we could go backwards. So just maintenance.
That's the big one. Like VP pointed out, when we were discussing as the technical team, of course we had to look at the time we were given. As of last week, you look at the schedule and you say, okay, we have 4 weeks to prepare the team, given the dates that were given by CAVB. So we are hoping and praying as the technical team that we can get the boys in camp next week, because then based on the program we are working on, if we get them in camp, we'll have at least 3 weeks with them before we can hear from CAVB, and we're praying that we can have the tournament camp towards the end of the timeline we've been given, so September. That way we actually have like an extra 2-3 weeks with them. So the time we have with them, we're going to do the best we can. The good thing is the players have been informed. We have spoken to some of them. Some of them took part in an event early this year in Ejiet. So we watched them and we know where they're at. Of course, with the lockdown, we're hoping that they have the discipline to do their individual work, and we have encouraged those we've been able to speak to make sure that they're actually doing something from the time they were informed that they've been called in the national team. So that once we come, we're now just focusing on the technical part of it. Of course, we're going to do the physical test to see where everyone is at, where we're starting from, and before we do the final part, where everyone will be. And of course, the statistics, that's why it was very important for us to have a statistician on the team, on the bench, because we're going to be using the stats to make sure everyone knows this is what you look like. And when we do the cut, everyone will know where they fall on that ladder. Thank you. Like I said, I've done this since 2012. It was an interesting journey for me in 2012 to 2014 when we were crowned champs. When I reflect on that, it was growth for me. And it was interesting that you're raising that question, because at that point, it felt like after that win, everyone, that was the question, but you're a woman. How are you coaching these tall guys who are way taller than you? I think here for me is the players being aware of what I expect of them, and them knowing, I have certain expectations that they have to do their task. for me to do my job and to help them deliver for the team. And I've been blessed that the teams I've worked with, that time it was KVC, I've worked with Air Force, which were able to get promoted as winners of Division 2 to Division 1. Unfortunately, we didn't take part and play against the big boys yet. But that's something I instill in the players to understand where I come from. And I'm not saying, I mean, for the players, I don't think they look at me as, oh, this is a woman, so we shouldn't listen to what she has to say. They actually understand that I know, I research, so the feedback I give them, they're able to use it. And for me, that's a blessing that I don't take for granted. And I always, pray and ask God to give me wisdom to see how to help each one of them. Because at the end of the line, it's how do you help each person be the best person they can be. Not everyone is the same. So how do you manage that balance? And for the female coaches, I'm so happy to say that I have seen, since 2014, I have seen a couple of players try to transition. They've taken part in the coaching courses, level 1 FIVB. Some of them have taken part in a program that I did, which Tony was also a part of as an instructor. And people are excited. So for me, I think it was an opening for them to know that you can actually do this. It doesn't matter whether you're coaching the men or the women, just run with your passion.
We have a medical commission, but in FIVB, the doctors that you register must be accredited by the international body. And we're in the process of accrediting a few of them. But as we speak now, we don't have any that are accredited by FIVB. That's why we have not mentioned any. However, we have in our, the head of the Medical Commission of Uganda Volleyball Federation is called Dr. Bitiju Maluwede, and she'll be with us in camp, help here and there, and have someone, an attaché, who will help with the medical, in the medical aspect.
I want to assure the public that, yes, apparently like now, I'm acting as the president, whom I'm sure is to be out for just a week. So by the time we are too much now active on the national duty, we'll be back. That is one. Secondly, as a team manager, he mentioned that we have not been active. However, we have been active in our bedrooms. So there is a line of order that is there. That now it's almost now time to start saying the line of order we have been making for the public to know how things are going to be flowing. And that's, I'm sure, why almost two are here now. So don't worry about managing it. Managing it is hard to go through.
Like you pointed out, on the opposite side of the role, we have good cover there and good options. When you talk about the middle, as I mentioned, we actually called 5 middle attackers. So yes, it's an area on the game that's very important. Because like I said, you put stocks on the net. But if we can't be able to run anything in the middle, then we're going to struggle. We'll be loading the guys on the outside. So that's why we've brought in more of them to actually look at them and see who are the best guys that we can run with, be able to have a chance. Because that's a very important position. I think you're all aware that we don't need to travel with 5 middle blockers. You can travel with 3 and be able to get 3. You can travel with 4 to have more options. So it's for us, the guys first of all need to be aware of that this is an important role and we're going to watch them and see who is going to cut it, that's going to help us. And also one other thing is, you'll see you'll see the players we brought. It's really good height guys, because that's also very important. And people we've seen who both on the offensive and the defensive end have been doing a good job. So now it's going to be up to those 5 players to show that I have a niche over so and so, and I should be on this team to go and help my country qualify. Yeah.